The storm had passed, but the true battle for survival was only beginning.
When darkness hunts, courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to stand between your family and the monster outside.
The hunters of the Ice Age never wasted energy. They waited patiently for fear to make the first mistake. Some stories begin with victory. Ours begins with surviving the longest night.
Morning did not bring warmth. It simply revealed how merciless the world had become. They survived the storm. But survival itself demanded a far greater price.
Without fire, the cold becomes a silent predator, patient, invisible, and impossible to outrun.
The fire was gone, and something enormous had walked among them while they slept.
Survival was not won by strength alone. It was built one bone, one shelter, and one impossible decision at a time.
Every knot held back the wind. Every movement delayed death for one more night.
The strongest did not eat first. They sacrificed first. Because tomorrow belonged to the children. Soon they would face the greatest choice of all: remain hungry inside fragile safety, or step into the wilderness.
Every hunt began with a single step, and every step could become the last. Not every giant was an enemy. Wisdom meant knowing which battles should never be fought.
Even the strongest creatures struggled each day. Survival spared no one beneath the endless winter.
Sometimes survival belongs not to the strongest hunter, but to the quietest traveler. In this ancient world, humans were never its rulers. They survived only by respecting
food at last. But in nature, abandoned prey is almost never truly abandoned.
The wolves had earned their meal. Challenging them would only add another body to the snow.
The greatest hunters know when not to fight. Wisdom often feeds a family longer than courage. The wilderness offered no mercy, and another storm was already on its way.
Hope is fragile. Sometimes it is nothing more than a single spark refusing to surrender. Sometimes survival depends on repeating the impossible one more time than yesterday.
The storm had erased every trail, except the one left by something powerful enough to ignore it. Not every dinosaur was a monster. Many were simply ancient survivors searching for another peaceful day.
A feast was impossible, but sometimes a handful of food is enough to buy another sunrise. It was not enough to satisfy hunger, but it was enough to remind them that tomorrow was still worth fighting for.
Sometimes history changes because of a single spark.
The greatest predators never hunted the strongest. They hunted those protecting someone else.
Against monsters, courage is rarely enough, but sometimes it is the only weapon left. One final charge, and everything they had fought to protect would disappear beneath the snow.
Hope does not arrive as an explosion. It begins as a single fragile flame refusing to die.
The oldest invention in human history was never the spear. It was fire. For the first time that night, the hunter saw something it feared.
Ograshak Nanivok!
Even the greatest predators carried an ancient memory: fear of fire.
It was never strength that saved humanity. It was the courage to protect a single flame.
The predator was gone. But winter never surrendered. We will make it strong again.
Stay close to the fire.
For the children, warmth was more valuable than food, and hope was stronger than fear. In a world ruled by ice and monsters, love remained humanity's greatest shelter.
They had survived another night, not because the world had become kinder, but because they had refused to give up.
Every sunrise in the Ice Age was proof that life had defeated death one more time.
Their shelter was small, but their determination was greater than the frozen wilderness surrounding them. This family survived the blizzard, but countless mysteries still waited beyond the horizon.
The greatest adventure was never defeating monsters. It was finding the strength to keep walking.
Their journey has only just begun. Subscribe to continue exploring the most dangerous prehistoric world ever brought to life.